This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with a daily wrestling news update for you. I did report on Friday night that Jacques Rougeau, who was known as the Mountie in WWE, former Intercontinental Champion, multiple time WWE Tag Team Champion, was admitted into the hospital on Friday. And it looks like he's going to be there for a while due to thyroid issues where his thyroid is producing too much calcium. He needs to have an operation for that, and kidney stones and very high blood pressure. I guess he was supposed to have the thyroid operation today, but they couldn't do it because his blood pressure was too high, and he had an MRI done on his head that he's going to be getting the results for tomorrow. So I don't know why this hasn't made more news, because it's pretty serious. So we wish him the best with that. Raw tomorrow night in Pittsburgh, the last Raw before WrestleMania, has sold 8,200 tickets so far. Pittsburgh, of course, is a major market. Apparently, AEW has, according to the Wrestling Observer, from what I understand, they've given away 4,100 tickets for Wednesday's Dynamite show in Columbia, South Carolina. So I'm guessing they've papered 4,100 tickets above whatever's been sold to help make the place look full. And it's said here in the Observer that apparently WWE passed out more than that for their show at the same arena. Speaking of AEW, apparently Marco Stunt's contract is coming up in May, along with numerous other AEW wrestlers, and it doesn't look like Marco Stunt's going to be re-signed, as he's been off TV since late September, where he just basically did a Dark Elevation appearance, and apparently he hasn't been backstage in months, and he's not on any of the new Jurassic Express merchandise or anything. So there might be a few people missing on AEW after May. But apparently Marco's already been missing for a while now. So I guess he's just been collecting a paycheck. Impact did a 0.02 rating the past 2 weeks. I guess yesterday's UFC event didn't crack the top 20 Google searches. It only had 20,000 searches, which is unusual for a UFC event. Of course, overall, there seems to be a lot less interest in UFC these days. They don't really have any huge household names that are regularly fighting lately, I find, but I don't know. I'm not that interested in it myself. Apparently, Triple H was number 14 most searched on Friday with 200,000 searches. Of course, that was him announcing he was retiring and has a defibrillator in his heart. And Conor McGregor had 50,000 searches over the weekend for a driving arrest. And George Masvidal, which I talked about in my Wrestling Observer review, had 200,000 searches for his attack on Kobe Covington, which looks like it's going to result in some criminal situations with that, attacking him out on the street. Shane hopes that Jacques is feeling better soon. Speaking of Jacques, another guy that was trained by Jacques, along with me and Kevin Owens, was Jeremy Prophet, who is the 3-time reigning Canadian champion. I am going to interview him in about 5 minutes. And I did announce last night in an update that I did that it is going to be the Blood Hunter against Charlie Haas, with the Texas title on the line on our Petawawa Great North Wrestling event in the Ottawa Valley, September 3rd. That was confirmed yesterday. Christopher says, "What's up?" Carl, the movie's looking good. We're casting it right now. Romeo saying cheers. Appreciate it. Chris liked my interview with Coco Beware. I interviewed Coco Beware and Glacier this weekend, which you guys should check out. Yeah, calcium is in a lot of food, but the issue is with his thyroid that's producing too much calcium or something. I'm no doctor. It's not actually his calcium intake, from what I understand. There's some support for Jacques on that. Romeo's excited for the Bloodhunter versus Charlie Haas match. That'll be interesting for sure. Richard wants more stripper videos. Yeah, well, I posted one video and then I was banned from YouTube for a week, as you guys probably found out. So you got to be careful. Even though that was a fully clothed person, sometimes YouTube finds stuff inappropriate that you wouldn't necessarily think is inappropriate. So we are on Instagram at the Hannibal TV. I'm more likely to post those type of videos on Instagram in the future, but I don't plan. I may go out with my friends here and there and have some fun. I did go out last night, actually, but not to strip clubs. But I don't really want to make a habit of hanging out in strip clubs too much, although I really like beautiful women, as we all know. Ivan Santos, that's an interesting comment. I wouldn't stereotype anybody, because Virgil, although some of you guys love Virgil's interviews on here, I don't necessarily think he's a great interview. And there's people of all different races that are good and bad interviews. So I definitely wouldn't racially stereotype anyone for what's going to be a good or bad interview. David is sorry to hear about Jacques, and he's looking forward to my movie. Well, I got to get ready, because in about 2 minutes, I'm going to be doing my Jeremy Prophet interview, and he'll be in Petawawa too, September the 3rd, for our next Great North Wrestling event. It is a ways away. It's just because I'm focusing on the movie, and also I was waiting for the COVID to fully end. And we don't know if it's fully over yet. And I don't want to lose any money due to COVID regulations or anything like that. And honestly, September is a good time for Great North Wrestling to return. Then we'll start running regularly after that. So thanks for all your views and support. And yeah, keep Jacques Rougeau in your prayers. And I'd like to see some other sites report on his situation, because I mean, it's a pretty serious situation. He's going to probably be in the hospital, from what I understand from him, for it's looking like a minimum 3 weeks or so. So pretty serious issue there. Yes, the Prophet interview is going to be live. Dusan, Sweet Daddy Ziki was one of the biggest assholes I ever met. And people that are rude to me or disrespectful to me, I won't interview unless someone pays me to interview them. So on that note, see you guys at the Prophet interview in a few minutes. Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video. Then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos,